We were journalistic integrity careening around the inner loop at 80 miles an hour, down the middle impartiality in turned-up sleeves and cane-slung casuals, and masters of brevity riding on cop shocks behind big block engines. We tagged our pronouncements with our real or assumed names and Channel 4 News, and knew we were riding with the best. On windy Nob Hill nights, we'd walk out of the newsroom to listen to the wind as it strummed the long tower cables. It was a proud song, maybe 2 measures short of arrogant, but a proud song. Most of us came from one-horse burgs like Florence, Alabama, Berea, Kentucky, or Wytheville, Virginia, and reveled in the notion that when we were handed those embossed WSM TV, Nashville, Tennessee business cards, we had arrived in the real guts and glory big time. The old-timers, the ones who could call Margaret Parker by her first name and remembered black and white studio cameras as big as Coke machines, tutored us newcomers in the WSM code of propriety. The president, regardless of party or philosophy, was always either President Who's-This or Mr. Who's-This. We left our personal views in the glove compartment, and when the murder victim's wife began to cry, we turned the cameras off. Judd Collins insisted we carry the golden rule along with our Motorola walkie-talkies, and in our day, Judd's pronouncements were King James Gospel. We may have drunk Metro Homicide strong cop shop coffee and lunched with the Pauls of Verallo's or the Gerst House, but we were expected to report on their missteps and boo-boos with a Solomon-style sense of justice. We stood in freezing midnight mud at a Springfield crash site, swatted away mosquitoes at the NBA tug-of-war, and suffered through the mind-numbing tedium of Metro Council meetings. We risked life and limb getting a Clarksville bank robbery story back for the 6th, and took a few rocks on the freedom marches. Still, we wouldn't have traded the experience for the highest red leather executive chair in town. Today, almost 3 decades hence, the miles of mag-stripe 16mm film we exposed have long since cracked and faded. Our Bell & Howell 70 DR cameras are now museum curios, and most of us haven't faced a lens or written a voiceover for many years. The business is now, well, a business, and today's journalism schools seem to value crusading over content. We old fossils wonder how the new generation would fare if we sat them down on a hot splicer and told them to turn 400 feet of flash frames and soft focus into the scene at 10 lead.